Okay. Ooh. Hello, Dinosaurs Terror World. We are in, and he's already here. Wow, that was really fast. He said hello already. And Little Bob is here.
Hey guys.
Sorry about the jiggling, everyone. We'll get this taken care of. I wanted to focus on this pair of multis living in a tank with my Gelitochromis, and we'll see the Gelitochromis once in a while. You'll see a bit of egg crate in the corner too, which is not very exciting, but not much I can do that.
It's okay. They bury things and unbury things. It's what they do.
Nice to see you, Dinosaurs Terror World and Potato Derp. There you are. I can't comment on non-live vids due to Arrow 503. I wonder what that is.
Are we not live, or is he talking about other videos?
Probably other videos. That's weird. We'll have to figure out why. I don't know what Area 503 is.
Pretty sure it's a conspiracy.
Everyone on screen, hopefully those of you who are on screen, can see there's a little teeny... It's a dwarfed multi, and multi are arguably the smallest cichlid in the world, so this individual here is probably the smallest. Well, I can not say it's the smallest, but one of the smallest adult multis in the world. So, there we go. Well, Dinosaurs Terror World is in. He wasn't sure he was going to be able to make it because it's really early in his country, but we're glad he's here.
Yes.
And we're glad you're all here.
And we have an email to read from podcasting people before we really
start out by reading the email. Yeah.
Okay. And this was, of course, because we had asked, when we were still just doing the podcast, we asked people their opinion of podcast versus live stream. So, this is from Mihai I'm not sure where they are.
Somewhere in the EU.
Somewhere in the EU, yeah. He says, first, thank you very much for your time and effort in keeping the site and the podcast going all this time. It has provided a lot of information and entertainment. Some time ago, you asked for votes for or against live streaming or podcasting. My vote is for podcasts. This is just my experience at the time of writing. I'm a microbiology researcher with a mix of lab, office, and long commute. Thus, I listen to a lot of podcasts that I typically download at home. I have limited data and could not stream everything that I listen to. Watching videos not possible while driving. I'm so glad you recognize that. Some people over here would do well to remember the same thing. And because I am in the EU, I will probably be asleep when you are doing your live event. Plus, actively going to a website, even YouTube, means active work on my part, as opposed to a file coming to my phone when I connect to Wi-Fi. There's still the possibility of recording the live stream and publishing it as a podcast, and that is, of course, what we've been trying to do so that people can get it each, whichever way that they want. I just lost my spot. Oh, there it is. This might work, however, without intending any offense. I feel the live streams are on the light side. They sure are like Q&A sessions and can be quite welcomed once in a while. A lot of time is spent saying hello to participants, dealing with the problems of the streaming software, etc. But the greatest problem, perhaps, is that every 5 minutes the topic of the show changes without any apparent topic and then comes back to a previous topic. Yes, it does feel more conversational, but at the same time, the audio recorded podcast had higher information density, and I think he's got a point. Or she. I'm really not quite sure what name Mihai goes with, so I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. Sure, live streams are a buzzword right now. They have been around for a long time, but popular does not mean it is necessarily the best way to deliver your content. Other shows do something similar, recording live to tape with a chat room in front. Here are some things that I've noticed from them. Perhaps it gives you some ideas. They have a show topic and only accept questions on that topic. They speak their mind and then take 2 to 3 questions from the chat at the end of the stream. They screen through the questions and attempt to drive a discussion. Finally, you guys see the amount of downloads versus live attendance, and you know best how you feel about things. You have the numbers. It is important for you to feel motivated and rewarded for your work. Whatever you decide, thank you for uploading your content. Have fun. So thank you for your input. Those are all very good points. Oh, did you want me to do that part? Okay. I just finished moving, so hopefully I will have more time to deal with my aquariums, my website, and perhaps contribute to your show. I am interested mainly in planted aquariums, but also dabble in others. If you need help with a website, design, photography, and microbiology topics, I would be glad to help.
Well, thank you, Mihai, for all your input. I think that's great input. And we will get back to the chat in a little while, everyone, so bear with us. We'll get there. I just wanted to try to address any emails that come in at the beginning, because otherwise it's hard to fit them in, And I think there's some great points here about podcasting. So what I would like to try to do is, at least some of our live streams, is have a specific topic, and I want to try on this one. I'm going to address the comments that are already here, but then I want to move to a specific topic and kind of stick with it, and that is one of water quality, and that's both in aquariums and vivariums. So we're going to hit the chat and see what we can cover, and then we will go into the topic of water qualities both in aquariums and vivariums. So anything from a water dish, keeping the water healthy in a water dish for a leopard gecko, to an aquarium, and anything in between. So welcome to everyone who's here. Dinosaurs Terror World, Little Bob, Rico's Reef, Potato Derp, and I'm not sure who else is here. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. But we have some questions. So Dinosaurs Terror World asks,
why is your channel's name Aquarimax? Is your name Max?
and then Little Bob says,
Because he takes aquariums to the maximum.
which I love. I love that. That's awesome. And I hope that I do, at least in some cases. But my middle name is actually Max, too. So that's where it came from.
You're both right. Potato Derp says, I'm getting bored of my tropical cockroaches. See? Sorry. My own little prejudices coming out there. Cockroaches. Oh, where did it go? Oh, there they are. I've had them for many years and they just keep breeding. That's what roaches do. I have a friend who loves roaches, so I'll give them to him. And then it said message was too big to see the whole thing.
The other day I went with my son to a museum. It's called the Museum of Natural Curiosity, and they had this vivarium with some huge tropical roaches. I think they were cave roaches. And then they had this place where you could stick your hand under it, and when you did, this thing came down and touched your hand, and it was supposed to simulate the roaches touching your hand. It was kind of funny. So, let's see. Then
Dinosaur Terror World, what species of fish do you have there?
Well, the little ones on the left are multis. They're Neolamprologus multifasciatus, and the other two that you see in there are Julitochromis marlieri. So they're both...
Little Bob, did you know you spelt something wrong in your name? Our name?
Oh, no, I think he's talking about Dinosaurs Terror World, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Female Aquarimax. I remember saying something in Irish to you, but when I translated it, it was too late. Oh yeah, I don't remember what you said though.
You
See
have
if
to
you
tell
can.
us what it is.
Yeah, or say something else to me and then translate it again. What does LK Dino mean? I don't know. I like all the text talk.
I don't know.
Would a sand boa or tarantula be good for the 10-gallon the roaches are currently in?
Good question. I have not worked with sand boas before.
Little Bob says they're the cutest things ever.
They're cool. I like the way they look. My limited understanding of tarantula care, which I can't really, if someone else has kept tarantulas out there, I've only babysat one once, that enclosure might actually be too big. For a tarantula.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on the tarantula, but most species actually do better in smaller spaces.
They like to feel squished.
Kind of, and it's better for them finding food and all
They
that
don't
kind of
like
stuff.
to have a place in it
They
that
like
they
to have a
feel
little
cavey
lair.
in and then come out.
Well, most tarantula keepers use smaller things. So.
Interesting. Dinosaur says, I'm thinking of making a Godzilla claymation fight.
That would be cool.
We have some children who would think that was awesome.
Yeah.
What is your favorite reptile species?
Favorite reptile species? I don't know. There's so many I love. I love crested geckos. I love geckos of all kinds. I love tortoises. I would love to keep tortoises someday. But it's hard to say. I don't even know. There's so many. So, I think we're sort of caught up on chat for a little while. So, we would like to talk about water quality in aquariums, in vivariums, and whatever.
Potato Derp. It's been 24 hours and my winter fairy shrimp haven't hatched. Is it normal for them to take longer to hatch?
24 hours? What kind of fairy shrimp? Because that kind of relates to water quality, right?
Sure.
I think so. It depends on the species, but most of them are usually hatched by then. It's true.
So is there a water issue?
My winter fairy shrimp. Oh, winter fairy shrimp.
What's winter fairy shrimp?
Okay, there are lots of
winter
different
fairy
species.
shrimp are the ones that they have the ones and they touch things and they turn into snowflakes.
Oh, that would be cool. What color? I mean, not what color. What temperature is the water? What color is the water? Okay. what temperature is the water? Because I know that they can be pretty sensitive about that kind of stuff. Oh, 4:30 a.m. Yeah, that's very early. So I appreciate your dedication, Dinosaur Terror World, for being here. HC Aqua's in. Cool. Welcome.
And Little Bob said something else in Irish Gaelic, which I won't try to pronounce because I'll butcher it. But now you have to send me the translation.
DIA space DUIT space MNA.
Aquarimax.
With an accent mark on the A.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Dino.
I know. Maybe I know you said that.
But then it says
times.
IK after that.
No, that's what I mean. Dino. I know you said that multiple times.
Oh no, he's talking to.
Yes. Yes, I think.
You know, there's just so many weird abbreviations, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Sorry, everyone. I actually turned off chat for a second, and I turned it back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any new creatures? I don't know. We didn't have anything new since last week.
Except for baby fish that have been born.
Well, baby fish.
And a baby gecko that just hatched.
Oh, yeah, baby gecko.
Baby gecko just hatched like an hour or two ago.
But no species that we didn't usually have. Didn't used to have.
I just noticed a baby gecko just hatched like a couple of hours ago, baby morning gecko. And I noticed when we got back from our trip this week that there was another baby multi. So, those are some things that have happened. Oh, we have completely possible. Completely possible. Yes, we do have axolotls. Well, we have an axolotl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dinosaurs Terror World says, I tried so hard to convince my parents to make me stay up.
So to get them to stay up?
Or maybe just to allow them to stay up.
Or sleep all night and then just get up early.
But we appreciate it. We really
do.
He
said, the Irish said, hi, girl, Aquarimax.
Ah, okay, cool.
Okay.
I like that.
That's cool. Okay, so water quality for the winter fairy shrimp, what would make them not?
Oh, they want to see the baby gecko.
We'd have to go find it.
That would be fun, though. I don't know. It would be kind of hard to get it there, but we would, to get it here. Okay. So where are we?
Well, you were talking about fairy shrimp.
Oh, yeah. So 60 degrees, if it's 60 degrees, I think that's within the range for those. I'm not sure, though. I'm imagining the time might be slower for winter fairy shrimp. I haven't worked with them before, though. So it might just take longer.
Let's see. HC Aqua. We have morning geckos in the wild here. How much do they cost up there? Right, I'm in the wild in Hawaii.
Yeah, when we lived on Oahu, we found them all the time in the wild. It was fun. And sometimes in our house.
Nancy wants to know if you sell them. Nancy C wants to know if you sell your babies.
Okay. Well, up here, they vary in price from about $25 to $40 each. They're pretty expensive. I usually sell 2 babies for $50, so the lower end of the price range, and I'll sell 3 for $60 typically. So I do sell them. Let's see, I do sell baby morning geckos. In fact, I've got 2 of them shipping out next week. One that's about 5 or 6 weeks old, and then a younger one. But I've got several more eggs cooking, and like I said, there's one that I just hatched. Oh, okay. He's asking about the baby gecko. If they can see it.
What?
Let me see if I can find the baby gecko. I'm just gonna try really quick.
Okay, but it's so teeny tiny.
I know. I'm just gonna try. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try.
It's in the other room.
I know. I'm gonna try to bring it if I can. Just a second.
Okay, but you left me alone with the microphone, and there's no telling what might happen. Little Bob said, I said that thing in Irish for you. I'm so glad. Because Gaelic is cool. I'm not the best person making this work. Okay. Oh, HC Aqua's in Hawaii. Okay, what island do you want? Dinosaurs Terror World, Aquarimax wife. I laughed out loud when I saw the video of your reaction when you saw Tiki 2 for the first time.
Okay, I got the baby
because she was, well, he, I should say, was quite a surprise.
I got the baby gecko. Okay, little Bob. Your
okay,
wish
here it
is
comes.
my command. This is the baby
back
gecko.
A little bit,
I don't know
let
if
it
you
get
can see
in focus.
I can't get
it's
it any
dark.
further away because of the way the aquarium's set up
yeah.
right now. But this is the tiny gecko.
Here, this is my finger, so you can see how teeny tiny it is.
You can see. Yeah, very, very tiny little gecko here. That's my my pointer finger. So
HC Aqua's in Oahu. That's where we were too.
Yep.
It is so adorable. They're so cute.
And these geckos that we have, the stock is originally from Hawaii. We didn't bring it with us. I bought it here, but it's from Hawaii. So.
Yeah. So.
We'll put it back.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so baby gecko's going back to bed. Says cuteness overload. Yes, they're very cute. Cute and teeny tiny.
Sorry about the lighting. That was
Dinosaur, I smashed the like button with my head and it really hurts. At least I died seeing an adorable baby dinosaur.
There you go.
You should export. You didn't look into that. I don't know. What are the rules on exporting?
It's tricky there. I exported plants from Hawaii, and
we
that was tricky.
we actually had to take them to the airport in Honolulu every
an
time and
inspection
have
station.
Yeah.
But it's true, they aren't endemic. They're spread all over any reasonably cool place in the tropics in the whole world, pretty much. So that you may have something there that may make it easier. But yeah, we had to.
We just kind of did it when we were going to take a Honolulu trip, anyways, because we were on windward side.
The other side of the island.
We were in Laie.
And so that was something we did periodically, and it worked out. We would ship plants out, but aquarium plants, and it worked out.
Okay, dinosaurs, what is your favorite amphibian species?
Well, I'm thinking dart frogs. I know that's not one species.
Kermit.
Yeah, I think
Kermit T. Frog.
Frogs definitely are up there, and probably dart frogs. I really want to keep the Tinctorius or the Azareus. Tinctorius azareus, I think is the name. It's the blue ones, the bright blue dart frogs with the little spots on them. I love those. I love my yellow and black bumblebees too. I mean, they're super cool. But blue is my favorite color, and so if you get one of my favorite frogs, dart
make it your favorite
color. Many species of dart frog, and then to get it in my favorite color, that's probably my favorite amphibian.
Little Bob says, but what species of reptile lives in Ireland? I don't know. You have to tell me.
There must not be very many. Because there aren't really any snakes there, right?
That was symbolic.
I know, but I don't.
I don't know if there are literally any snakes in Ireland.
I don't think there are, but I could be wrong.
You gotta tell us.
Yeah.
My favorite color is green too. 'Cause my name. I know it's 'cause you're lucky.
Yeah, Ireland's pretty awesome.
No snakes in Ireland.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
How's the water quality in Ireland? Look at me redirecting.
Common lizard. So is it like a lacertid lizard? Probably. I'm guessing. They have
like the ones you had in Italy?
They have lacertid lizards in various parts of Europe, so that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, I saw them in Italy. I used to feed them bugs. Cleanest lake in the world.
Neat.
That's super cool.
I will tell you, this is not Ireland, but when I went to Scotland many years ago with my aunt, and I wanted to just bring the water home, it tasted so good. It was just, I just wanted to drink water the whole time we were there. It was amazing.
Oh, okay. So Dinosaurs Terror World says the fish think that they're being attacked by a huge square robot. Well, I'll tell you what. My goldfish honestly have thought that before. They seem to. When I try to film them, sometimes they totally freak out to see the iPad. Whenever they see me by myself, they're all excited. Oh, food! And they swim up to the top and they're excited. And I put the iPad in front of the way and whoa! They freak out. They dart into the corner. So yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
Yep. HC Aqua says, "What's fairy shrimp? Is that just brine shrimp?"
Well, they're similar to brine shrimp. They're related, but they are freshwater. And I have had a few species of them. They're quite cool. They're fun to play with. And Potato Derp is raising some right now.
They're pretty. Potato Derp also says the only reptile in New England is garter snakes. Really?
Wow.
That's it? Mobile Gaming DKR, welcome.
Is here. Thank you for joining.
Little Bob says, I can climb the mountain, and if I wanted to, I could drink it. It's better than tap water because tap water has a slight taste of bleach in it. It's true. It was so yummy. Just wanted to just eat the water. Okay. We got, what foods do you recommend for 3-day-old baby bettas?
3-day-old baby bettas. I give them, at 3 days old, brine shrimp, newly hatched brine shrimp, and microworms or Walter worms. So.
And they're just little?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're discussing what lives in New England.
Okay. Skull Kid is here now. We've got another watcher with us. I'm trying to make sure we shout out everybody who's here. So. Dinosaurs Terror World is asking how many species of gecko we have. We've got, let's see, 3 species.
Three species of geckos.
1 leopard gecko, 3 crested geckos, and a growing number of mourning geckos that fluctuates as I sell them. I think I've got about 5 mature, nearly mature ones, and 3 very young ones right now. So that's 8 of them.
What are the sanctuaries? You're not allowed to go to the sanctuaries. I don't know.
Where they have the snakes? Maybe. Oh, Tachyon Time Lord is here.
Hey.
And is a guppy breeder. That's cool.
Well, I guess the doctor needs a fish tank too.
Yeah, I raised guppies for about 30 years or so. I love them. They're really fun. I'm not doing it currently, but I really like them.
So, did you want to talk about water quality?
Maybe. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow, because that's like water quality right now.
That's qualities of water. It's different.
That's true. What is your favorite invertebrate? Well, I don't know.
You like too many.
I like too many. But I really like some of the weird arachnids and a lot of the predatory ones. Like, I love mantids of all sorts. I love tailless whip scorpions, and I love whip scorpions. I love centipedes. I love millipedes. Those aren't usually carnivorous, but those are just a few that I really like. So there you go.
You're more into the invertebrates than I am.
Yes, that's very true. Oh, Joel Walker is in. Hello, what's going on at the moment? Just joined it. Well, we're answering questions about favorite invertebrates, I guess, is what we were just doing.
And if anybody wants to talk about water quality, we can zone in on water quality.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can get in there. It might not be interesting enough, I don't know.
Oh, come on, water quality.
I do love
pH is like my favorite thing.
But if I start talking about KH or GH, she falls asleep.
I fall asleep.
So, Little Bob, we got to hear his name somehow, this story behind his name. So, Dinosaur's Terrorwell says, I smashed the like button with my hand and I broke my thumb. So, if any of you have the level of dedication that Dinosaur's Terrorworld has, I would love to see that. That would be awesome. You could smash the like button too.
But I hope your thumb feels better.
Me too. Little Bob says, I love crayfish, or crawdads in America. Yeah, some people call them crayfish too,
both
but crawdads is
I think
very
it
common.
Just depends
or
on the region. Yeah.
They have lots of names, but yeah, I like them too.
You like to keep them, or you like to eat them? Because most people just go catch them to eat them.
In Utah, we just keep them.
No, I meant Little Bob.
I mean, in Utah, most people eat them, is what I said. Yeah. So Joel said, "What are we talking about with water quality? Anything?"
Thought if anybody had water quality questions, you have like burning questions about particulate matter in your water. I don't know.
Yeah, I think an interesting thing about that is that, well, part of the reason I wanted to talk about water quality is because my Python automatic water changer, not my snake, the actual thing I used to change the water, broke today. The valve that hooks up to the sink broke. Not today, yesterday, and I'm really sad about it. So
we gotta fix it. So you were thinking about it, and somebody had. Oh, Joel says advantages and disadvantages of water changing. What's FW?
Freshwater tanks.
Oh, freshwater tanks with RO or
DI water.
DI water distilled. What's DI?
Deionized.
Oh, okay.
Deionized
water. I don't remember all this.
So RO and deionized water is a lot like distilled water chemically. There's very little in it. And I would say the disadvantages of doing it are basically that with no minerals in there, you have no buffering capacity, which can be a problem because you can have pH crashes.
What's buffering?
Well, if there's some alkalinity in there that can help buffer the pH so the pH can't wildly swing, that's good.
Okay.
You can have the pH crash really low if you just use RODI water. Also, RODI water, if it's pure and you're not using any other water or any buffering materials in your water, then it will leach minerals out of your fish, actually. So
because of osmosis?
RODI water is great to use.
We don't have an osmosis song. We used to have a surface area song, all you people that used to listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
I'll have to come up with an osmosis song.
So I think that's one disadvantage. So I would say most people who use RODI water to change their freshwater tanks would also use some tap water or put some remineralizer in there. There are several commercial.
But if you're going to put minerals back in, what's the point of using it?
Well, you're taking out toxins.
Oh, okay.
And also you can decide how many minerals you want.
I guess that's
if you just want a few, then you can do that, which is nice. So it is useful. But never, just 100% those waters, almost never. There are a few fish that do well with almost nothing in the water. Like killifish, you throw some peat in there and RODI water almost completely, and then they're fine. But most fish don't do that well with that.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting a little bit behind, but we're trying,
says it was
everybody.
just a joke. I know, I was joking too. Okay, common ways to lower and raise pH.
Well, common ways to lower and raise. Okay. Well, to lower pH, really, you can add something with tannins in it, like peat or Malaysian driftwood or different things like that. But then it also depends on how much alkalinity you have in your water or who's going to win the fight between those two. So there's that. The best way, in my opinion, is to use like RODI water. You're going to lower the alkalinity, and then changing the pH is going to be easier, because pH is not the same thing as hardness. pH is alkalinity or acidity, but if you're using RODI water, there's fewer buffers in the water, and so it's a little easier to maintain the balance. I would say some of the best ways to raise pHs, the pH of a tank, is to use something like crushed coral as a buffer. And then if it gets too low, some of the crushed coral will dissolve, and then it will go into the water, and the pH will go up, things like that.
Okay.
Baking soda is another common one. You have to be careful with it, but baking soda, you can
Which
use that
potato
too.
derp brought up.
Okay, so those are a couple ones. Okay, let's keep going.
Jill says, I was in Lake Tahoe. The water is super clear, so you can see some crayfish scuttling around. It's really neat.
I was there too.
Tahoe's a lovely
It
place.
is really
freezing.
clear. I remember we were canoeing over it, and just looking, you could look down, it was like 30 or 40 feet of water where we were, and you just could see the bottom. It was amazing.
It's just freezing.
It is. Jumping in was very cold, and I didn't stay in very long. So.
Let's see, where were we? Little Bob, sometimes parents let their children catch frog spawn and it just ends up cruel. Children usually don't have knowledge of the pH, water level, of chlorine, tap water, etc., etc. That's true. It's good to know about the critters that you're going to keep before you keep them.
Sorry, everyone. We're trying to catch up, and we're not quite making it right now. We're doing what we can.
That's okay. That's what Super Chat is for.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
Okay.
Or peat. Yeah, you could use peat if you live in a place with peat.
Yeah, well, you can buy peat to use. You can buy peat pucks, they call them, which I don't know if that's an awful name or not, but just a little compressed, disc of peat that you can use to put in your filter system or whatever. It's often in a little bag, and that will help reduce the pH.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many species of fish do you have in all of your tanks?
Right now, I'm at a low. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think only 4 species of fish right now. Is that right?
Just 4?
I think we've got multis, we've got gold barbs, we've got Gelitochromis, and we've got goldfish. I think that's it. So usually, in life we have more, but right now we have.
Well, we've got so many other critters.
We've got a lot of other critters, so right now we don't have so many fish in terms of species.
Every time I see a video, your hairstyle changes.
I know.
Because it looks like a fish.
Right now it looks like a fish, but yeah, it's because I cut my hair a lot, because it grows too fast.
Female Aqua, since we both like green, we're best friends now. Hamster face. Okay, but if you say hamster face, we have to do the hamster dance. How does the little hamster dance? Something like that. Now we did the hamster dance. Now we can be best friends.
Okay.
Green hamster dance.
Let's see. Dinosaurs Terror World says my African fat-tailed gecko is growing in size for the last couple of months.
That's good.
Cool. Sounds like it's doing well.
Potato Derp,
what was your question? We're missing some. They were flying so fast for a while there. I missed it. If you can put it back up, that would be cool. Cool. That would be good.
Yay,
we'd be happy about it.
Friends forever. Now I'm gonna have that in my head. Do 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 do. Ah!
Let's see. I'm scrolling through. We got a lot of questions. So, you know what? We had a lot of people hit the like button. We got 10 of them. That's good.
Oh,
Thank
great.
you. I was just noticing that, everyone.
Potato Derp, we cannot find your question.
But we'll
Ask
keep
it
going
again.
down.
Oh, what is your favorite species of Anostraka?
Anostraka. Okay.
Oh, Anostraka. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. You got to remind me now, because I know Anostraka is a crustacean, and I know it's pretty sure it's a vernal pool crustacean, at least the type that often is a vernal pool crustacean. But you have to remind me, because right now it's flying out of my head. But I know I'm in the right area.
Dinosaur says, what are you going to do when you have 5,000 subscribers? Maybe we'll do the hamster dance.
Maybe. Are you committing to that?
No. Okay. You Russ will do the hamster dance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll
I think
film you hamster dance.
For 5,000 subscribers, I think we might do a giveaway. Maybe.
Oh.
Just thinking. I've thought of that. Okay. So, yeah.
I turned Russian?
How did you do that?
How did I do that?
I think it was your song when you said, "When you're spinning, it looks like
I
you're
didn't sing
winning,
that song.
but please move
over, your foot is in my nose." I didn't even
Okay.
sing that song. That's a Sherry Lewis song.
I know, but I just sang it. So
Okay.
Okay.
But what did you...
Okay, let's go back to the... Oh, Anostarchus fairy shrimp.
Oh, okay.
So far, I guess it's probably a toss-up between beaver tail fairy shrimp, because they're big and they're cool and they notice you and they jump and they're crazy, and probably Brachinecta gigas, which is one of the biggest fairy shrimp out there, and it's carnivorous and it's huge. It's like 2.5 inches long.
What does it eat? Your
Other fairy shrimp.
fingers?
No, other fairy shrimp. Seriously, it hunts them down and eats them.
I'm a little
Scary
disturbed
thing.
by that. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, they're
I don't think
cool.
I can handle that.
And Aquarimax
Fairy
says-
shrimp are supposed to be like peaceful and these little feathery zen creatures that make you feel happy, not like, I'm gonna eat your liver.
I know most of them are, but not Brachinecta gigas. They're huge.
Creepy.
Okay, and Dinosaurs Terror Word says, Aquarimax is your name, Russ. Yes, it is.
Yes.
My
you
middle
know
name is
that,
Max,
right?
from Aquarimax, but
Yeah.
my first name is Russ. Yeah. So there you go. Let's see. Where were we? I lost...
I have the hamster dance stuck in my head now.
Oh, look, we're a cute couple. I love it.
I think we're a cute couple. I should keep you. How
How
many
many-
feeder insects do we have?
How many species? I don't know. Let's see. Crickets,
That's your dimension.
mealworms, flightless fruit flies, rice flower beetles, and I'm not counting feeder crustaceans and scorpions. Sorry. Springtails are not technically a feeder insect. They're a hexapod.
So you're not counting
So
the
I won't count
Daphnia.
those. And I won't count any of the crustaceans. So those are my species of feeder insect, I guess.
I'm feeling sad. Maybe if my new best friend danced with me, I would be happy.
You should dance right now.
I should dance right now. I should do the hamster dance. I look a mess right now. That's why we're filming fish instead of us.
She thinks that, but it's not true.
Maybe I'll dance for you next time.
Okay.
If I have, washed my hair and stuff.
Okay.
I'll sing it for you again though. Do 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 do.
Okay. So, let's see.
Do Brachinecta interact with you the way Thamnocephalus does?
Thamnocephalus, those are the beaver tail fairy shrimp. I don't know. I've never kept them. I've just read about them and seen them online and stuff, and so I'm fascinated by them. So that's why they're one of my favorites. But I don't actually know if they interact with you or not.
Well, let's just keep them sometime and find out.
Yeah.
Copernilio.
new
Yeah.
subscriber. Sounds
Visitor.
like new to the channel. Yeah.
Says, I love your videos. And are you guys married? I'm new to this channel. Yes, we are. How could
Thank
you tell?
Thank you for loving our videos. And yes, we are. We've been married for a little over, let's see. We got married in 98.
98.
So we're almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
I like
It's
him
over
that
19 years.
much.
Okay.
In front of the camera. I know. I'll dance in front of the camera next week. Okay. Actually, you guys shouldn't ask me that because I actually am a dancer and I might show up in costume and then you'll be all scandalized and stuff.
Oh no. Now you piqued our interest.
Okay. Aquarimax wife, why did you name Tiki 2 Tiki 2? Oh, because when we discovered that Tiki had started laying eggs, and of course we weren't breeding her with a male, but they just lay eggs when they're ready to lay eggs. And Russ had said, every once in a while there's rumors that one of their eggs will hatch parthenogenically, not fertilized by a male, just by the female.
Yeah.
And so my daughter was saying, oh my gosh, that would be so cute. And we could call it Tiki 2, because it's like the second Tiki, because it would be parthenogenic, but 2 Too as in also Tiki. So that's where her name came from.
So it's kind of
Except
a
for
kind of a-
now we have discovered that Tiki 2 is a boy. And
Yes.
we're thinking of renaming it Captain Squint
Because of
more-
the interesting eye
because of its
development.
eye birth defect. So
That's throwing him a bunch.
okay,
Uh-oh. You know what? We have a little
family emergency.
family emergency.
I promise I'll dance next week.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Do you need me to come?
I'll get it.
Okay. So, while Kelly deals with that crisis, I'm going to wrap up. But I probably can't stay very long because I'll need to go see if I can help out. But let's see. So male Aquarimax, do a Russian accent. Let me see. I'm going to do a quote from my friend, okay? And if you like this, then please click the like button, okay? When I was little girl in Russia, I had pet goldfish and I liked it. Okay, that was a quote from my friend, Sean. So if you're out there, Sean, there you go. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to catch up with all the chats, everyone. Just a second. It says, it's funny how if you're a collector of species of pets, you eventually become a collector of live feeder food species. True, and I do have quite a few of those because I didn't tell you any of my crustaceans, and I have like 15 types of isopods, and I've got scuds and daphnia and things like that. So very, very good point. Do I have any Anostraka right now? Let's see. I don't at the moment. No, I don't, but I need to do that again. I've been missing them. So it's been since last summer since I hatched any Anostrakans or fairy shrimp. So I do have some eggs. I have some beaver tail fairy shrimp eggs that I'm sure are perfectly viable. Copernelio, thanks for answering my question. Oh, you're very welcome. And please, we're glad you joined us, and please keep them coming. Do you have issues with hot summers in your geckos? Well, I would if we didn't have a very efficient swamp cooler that we got soon after we moved in. And for those of you who live in places that are a lot more humid than where we live, swamp coolers are just, they use evaporative cooling, and they're cheaper than air conditioners. So that's what we use here out in the desert. And it really helps the house stay fairly cool so it doesn't get too hot. So that helps a lot. Okay, Little Bob says he already clicked like. That's good. So I guess you couldn't do it again. Aquarimax, what was your first pet? It was a goldfish. It was a Shubunkin goldfish named Peter. An ill-fated little fish. He didn't last very long, unfortunately, because I didn't know a darn thing about it. I was 4. Let's see. On your 20th anniversary, if you do that, will you stream so we can congratulate you? Oh, that would be cool. But we've got to do a live stream at least close to our anniversary, right? That makes sense. Could do that. And making claymation is a hard process. I know. If you've ever checked out Dinosaurs, if you've never checked out Dinosaurs Terror World page, he does claymation, like classic claymation of dinosaurs. It's really cool. You should check it out. Let's see. How many fishes are at this tank? Let's see. I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 juvenile and adult multis. There are some tiny babies. I don't know if you've seen them popping out of the shells here, but there are a couple in there. And then there are 2 Gelitochromis marliera in there. Okay. Do you know the scientific name of the common winter brachinecta? I can't find it. I don't. That's the one that's on Arizona fairy shrimp, right? I don't know that one. I wish I did. Oh, Philip Conroy's here. He's joined us too. So we're up to 14. So thanks for joining us. I'm going to try to go a few more minutes because it looks like everything's taken care of. What claymation would you like me to make? Oh, that's cool that you would do one. I would like to see a claymation snake. Can you do that? That would be super cool. I've never seen one, so it just sounds cool. I would love to see it. So let's see. Yeah, I think we can go to 45 minutes, so that gives us another 5 minutes or so. How many of you got to see the baby gecko? If you saw the baby gecko earlier in the live stream, the one that hatched just a couple of hours ago, can you just shout it out? Let me know. Okay, Dinosaurs Terror World's going to do a snake. That's cool. So, yeah, I would love to know who got to see the baby gecko. You have a notification from Arizona fairy shrimp, but you're watching Aquarimax. I love it. How many species of isopods do you have? Species, I'm not sure how many species off the top of my head, but I have about 15 types, and some of those are morphs. So somewhere around 10, 11, 12, somewhere around 12 species. because I have at least 16 different types. So, so trying to catch up here. Oh, Lidlbob has anole models of the lizard. Okay, I see. That would be interesting. So you mean like they're articulated models you can use to make videos with? That's cool. And Dinosaurs Terror World says next week we're going to see the snake. That would be really cool. I've never had anybody make a YouTube video upon request before for me. That's cool. I feel honored. Are you planning on getting any new species of isopod? Yes. I love isopods, and so I do want to get some of the European species, especially like the. Oh, okay. So they're not actual physical models, but they are models, like computer models. I see. I'll have to check out your channel then, so I can check it out. Yeah, I want to get some of the European species are fantastically colored and they're big, and I want to get some. So when I can, I'm going to. What is your favorite marine reptiles? I like ichthyosaurs. They're like adorable shark lizards. I do like those. He says he's going to make a claymation video about you being eaten by a snake. Me being eaten by a snake. I think my favorite marine reptile is the nodosaurs. They're like tiny little mosasaurs. Tiny little ones. They're really cool. They have some at the museum of the dinosaur museum near our house. So I love them. Axolotl. So you like do a claymation of an axolotl? That would be cool. I could totally see that. How could you do the gills? That would be something. That would be very interesting to see how you could do the gills of an axolotl in claymation. Well, we have about 4 minutes left, everyone. So this is the time to throw out those questions if you have them, to smash the like button if you haven't yet and you would like to. If you don't want to, I'm not going to make you. I'm not even going to try to constrain you. That's true. Lidlbob says, fun fact, axolotls are permanently in their larval stage. Very true. They can sometimes be, through stress or through chemicals, they can be induced to go into an adult stage, but they usually don't last very long in it, and in the wild they never reach it. And here's another fun fact. In my state and several surrounding states, there are populations of tiger salamanders, which are closely related to axolotls, that sometimes do that same thing, depending on, apparently, whether or not there are fish in the lakes where they live. If there are fish, they metamorphose because it's safer and easier for them to end up breeding. And if there are no fish, then they don't do that. They stay in their larval stage because it's easier to find food and survive and find mates and all that. So Joel Walker says, what size crickets should you feed an 11-ounce crested gecko? Well, I usually just stick to the between the eyes rule. If the cricket can easily fit between the eyes, I will use it, and if it can't, then I try to steer away from it. And I don't actually, honestly, just to tell the truth, I don't make I don't think about the weight so much. I just think about the space between the eyes, and it seemed to work pretty well. I also noticed that if the cricket is a little too big, the gecko will do kind of an S swallow, where it holds its head to the side and kind of twists its neck like it's doing a hip hop move or something, and then that means, oh, that cricket was probably a little too big, so go down in size. Okay. Cool. So when that video is made, he's going to upload a comment to our channel, and is asking where my wife is. She had to go because my daughter's not feeling very well and she needed to help her out, and I offered to go, and she said she's got it covered for right now, so I'm going to go check everything out in just a minute. But all right, so there we go. And Lidlbob says, I hate the word fishes, and it's very not such a common word, is it? I mean, we use it for the plural of when we're talking about different species of fish, but it's really not very common. I was looking it up on a corpus the other day, corpus of English, and it's really extremely less common than fish, even when used in the plural, because even when we're talking about different species of fish, technically we're supposed to use fishes, but a lot of people don't. So interesting. So maybe you're not the only one who hates the word fishes. Lidlbob needs a hug. How do you give a hug through one of these things? Do you mean me, or do you mean my wife, or do you mean anybody? What do you mean? I'm just curious. Oh. Oh, everybody's... Oh, I'm sending a hug right now. I don't know how to do it with the chat, but I'm doing it with myself, with my voice. It's a voice hug. Hug the camera. Here we go. Oh, see, you see that wiggling? That was it. It has been more than 4 minutes, and I do have to go. So, all right, everybody, it's time. And thank you for joining us this week. I hope you have a lovely week, and another video is coming out very soon. So check us out, Friday, 4:30 p.m. my time. And thank you, every single one of you, for joining us and for clicking the like button and everything that you did. Bye, everyone.